Go ahead, Jen.
Lama Yeshe, could you please give us some hints about being mindful in everyday life? I feel like I've been trying to practice shamatha without support in everyday life for years now, and I'm not sure that I'm getting anywhere. And I was wondering if you could give some advice in relation to that.
I think those of you who are trying to really do your very best to create this inner peace means you have to first keep on dealing with your own inner poisons. Because if you have a very stressful lifestyle, or if you have anger or jealousy, this disrupts the mindfulness. And it's like you want to have a sea without wave. And how we can cope this is every time remembering, not giving into anger, jealousy, stress. So when you're more relaxed, then how you can improve mindfulness means like early in the morning, you meditate 15 minutes and then saying, today I want to remember everything, what I am thinking, what I'm saying, what I'm doing. So first thing is just trying to remember, like reciting some form of even mantra or manipema mentally. As soon as you remember to say that mantra, your mindfulness is back with you. So if you're going into job, say, remembering I'm driving car. So when you remember that, when you reach an office, you can have, if you work with the computer or anything, this is something to remind you of being mindful. Normally, many of my students, when you open your computer, then there's some sort of mantra coming flash. So you're aware of that you're there. So using all the technique, you'll find to be very mindful. I'm drinking tea, I'm talking, I'm socializing, I'm thinking. So then when you come back from the job, trying to maybe in the evening or afternoon, do another 15 minutes of meditation. Have I been successful? And then even sometimes it's quite skillful. You write down how many times you have been mindful a day. So if you remember to be mindful 5 times, beginners are very good. Maybe next time 6 times, because it's like you're insisting to have this mindfulness. But you need to use all forms of methods. So you write, say, I've been mindful how many times a day. And then planting that seed in the beginning, and then double checking at the evening, but meditation regularly. I used to have students even working for European office in Belgium. Many people, they use also lunch hour to meditate 15 minutes, 20 minutes instead of socializing. And everybody who actually been learning to meditate, they have improved their job efficiency, and also they improve their family relationship. So some people think, oh, I'm very selfish, I'm not just working with my family, or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm selfish to learn meditate. That's a totally wrong information you're feeding, saying if I work with my family, I'm stressed, I'm not happy, I'm not helping them. I'm making every situation worse. But if I meditate, I bring mindfulness, if I become kinder, if I become gentle, then whole family is going to benefit. So you should never think you're wasting or you're not taking care of family. You think it's out of loving and kindness in the office, in the home. Every way requires this loving and kindness. All right? There was someone.
Hiya. Thank you. It was lovely listening to you. I'm trying to learn how to meditate, but I keep on falling asleep. Do you have any tips?
Yes, we as a Buddhist, we have 84,000 types of teachings and methods. so there's answer for everything. When we say, what happens if you're a beginner meditator? If your mind is very irritated, you can't meditate, and you do all this and that, and you get stressed, and you jump out of meditation. Then sometimes when you sort of meditate, your mind is a little calmer. Then what you manage to do is sleep. So you have to think, it's because my mind is a little calmer than normal, but now I'm taking over by this habit of sleep. So in Buddhism we say sleep is ignorant. It doesn't do any good for you. First of all, you think sleep is no good quality. Secondly, if you keep on sleeping, you should do doja purification. It's like you have to get rid of the glue, cleansing. It's like going into the laundry. So in our routine, sometimes people keep on falling in sleep, and many people use a different form of method. They have like a box to sit on the meditation, and so they put some object on the table. If they fall asleep, you hurt your forehead, so it wakes you up very easily. Yeah, you have to create all this. And some people put, we call pain, raw pain, something pain behind the box. So if you sleep, you get hurt. So there's many methods. Yeah. And if you're really yogi, like a professional yogis, they consider sleep is something very bad. Sleep is not necessary. If you have this calm and peaceful mind, it is the equivalent of sleeping. There's no energy going. So proper yogis, sometimes they have this, this long tight hook. They have a hook up there, so they hook up themselves. So if you sleep, you will not be able to sleep. And extreme yogis, they have a bandage. So like a stick on a bandage like this, half moon and a stick bandage. So if you fall everywhere. So there's many ways of awakening yoga. So you can see what path you want to follow. How to overcome your sleep problem. Any more?
Thank you very much. I'm very curious, how did you become a Buddhist Lama?
Yeah, this I always like to tell my story, because every great teacher who comes here saying, I'm the eminent of Christ, or I'm eminent of Buddha, I'm a great person. I wasn't none of this. Almost when I was born in Tibet, when I was 8 years old, without my choice, I was sent to monastery where my brother was head of the monastery. He was incarnate. So in Tibet, we don't have a choice. My parents make decision who will be looking after the family, who will join the monastery. So when I was sent to the monastery, the regime was very harsh. It's a really, really strong discipline teaching. So because I was a brother to the head of the monastery, I was never allowed to play with other children. And I was locked up in a 2-story building, and that's why I got this hustling noise, because they're teaching me this Tibetan, and I have to read this very forcefully. So after many months, I lost completely my voice. When you lose voice, the remedy there was, this doctor comes, roll up your tongue, and they cut below your tongue, and a lot of blood comes out. And then your voice sort of comes back. So I went through a lot of pain. And when the Chinese sort of took over our country, I was actually naive. I was 14 years old. I was very grateful for the Chinese. I think I escaped from such a strong regime, because when I was with my family for 8 years, I was like this toddlers, never went to school. Everything was a playing. Many children playing, and all of a sudden you're taking into place. Even I didn't know my brother. He was taken away from my family when he was, I think, 2 years old or something. So he was a stranger to me. The monastery was a stranger to me. So everything was very, very harsh. So when I escaped to India, I said, no more Buddhist, no more study. So I learned some English, some Hindu, and I was quite fortunate to meet the right connection. And from in India, I managed to come to England and then able to go to New York City. I have learned everything your way because I want to be your way of thinking, and your lifestyle was what I was watching and wanting to follow. But after being in New York, seeing all the folks, all the suffering people who have everything has also suffered. I was sponsored by one of the wealthiest Chinese men there. He gives away $1 million a year. He was a chief executive of American Steamship Company. I have plenty of money, was giving car, beautiful car. But I found after, it took me 36 years to learn your way of life. And then there was no satisfaction. I was not actually finding what I thought I could get. So then in 1980, when I was almost 36 years old, I went, took the full high ordination from our lineage holder in New York State, upstate New York. We have a big temple there. And then I decided that I let my mind to be so wild for so long without making a long commitment and going into long-term retreat. I will never be able to tame my, this, we call monkey mind. So I made this decision go into long-term retreat there, and I've done 5 years of solitude retreat there in New York City, upstate Woodstock. Then in 85 I came back to Samye Dzong. I continued this retreat for almost 12 years. So I have done roughly 12 years of solitude retreat. I've done 3 times of we call total darkness retreat. That is one of the most difficult challenges you will ever go through. My last dark retreat in Samye Dzong was at like houses specially built with 2 walls, and then 1 wall led the corridor, second so your room. There's simply enough ventilation for you to have the air. There's no light, no connection. We call it deprivation of all 5 elements. Within 1 week, I completely lost my sleep. So I have no sleep. So for 49 days, I sat there without going into sleep. That was a total challenge for my mind. So you could have a hallucination, you could go through a lot of difficult experience, but when you know that it's a mental manifestation, so you can actually start to enjoy it. Yeah, you can start to enjoy it. Yes. So that's how I become a Buddhist, and then gradually I become a retreat master of Samye Dzong, and then now I'm the chairman of Ropa Trust, internationally trust, and now I'm about all the Samye Dzongs worldwide. Even now, I practice 7 to 8 hours of meditation every day. My regime is getting up 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 is my session. So I do at least 2 hours of meditation, then do some exercise, walking exercise, because I'm supposed to have diabetes, high blood pressure. I'm supposed to have everything, but nothing bothers me. So then I go down to Samye Dzong, do 1 hour meditation, then see people till 12 o'clock. After 12, I have 2 hour, 3 hour break. Then going back into my own isolation, I have a place. So I could keep on meditating. So I have this habit of as soon as I get in a room, I lock myself in. So there's no temptation of wanting to go out. At the same time, I have no problem of being among people. I could be among thousands of people. I can cope well. But I am also totally at peace and harmony, being myself alone. So this year alone I have done between the Dal retreat almost 5 months of solitude retreat. So I keep on practicing. I'm thinking